Glenn Kangas, the cold-hearted appraiser, here with another vlog to help give you guys information to make smart decisions. Let's talk about rent control. Everybody's favorite topic, especially me. It's definitely become a hot topic of late. So let's talk about the impact of rent control on both real estate values and rents. I get it. In addition to the housing costs being high, rents are high as well. But it's important to understand the economics of why that is the case. Everything in real estate is about supply and demand, period. We are not building enough houses to keep up with the population growth, and this has been going on since at least the crash of '08, and actually probably before that. A shortage of supply leads to higher prices, whether we are talking about rents or home purchases or widgets, which is the fun economic thing that's always discussed. So after the crash in 2008, builders who were left hanging with lots of properties just sitting there partially built have been reluctant to put themselves in an exposed position by starting too many homes and having too many projects under construction at once. On top of that, in California, government regulations have made it both difficult as well as expensive to build homes. A recent study by the National Association of Home Builders has suggested that regulations contribute to up to 23% of the price of a new single family and over 40% of the price of a multifamily home. Now here in California, with land values being so high, these percentages are probably a bit high, but still suggest at least $100,000 or more on a single family and several $100,000 on a multifamily, depending on how many units. So we first of all have a shortage of supply of both purchase and rental properties. And on the rental side, there have been a number of cities and even the state of California that have implemented some type of rent control. In California, it's 5% per year plus CPI with a max of 10%. In the new Pasadena rent control, it was 2.75% in 2023 and is going to be 3% starting October 1st, 2024. They're getting really generous. What does this do to rents? Well, for one, it reduces the movement of renters as it encourages renters to stay in place if their rent is lower. With fewer renters moving out, of course, it restricts the supply, which in turn increases the market rents on the new rentals. What does it do to the value of the properties? Well, most directly for income-producing properties, the value is reduced if the rent is significantly below market. A recent example of this is an appraisal I did in Los Angeles on a 4-unit property in which the property had rents about 60% of market value. And the value, it actually sold for about 15% below what it would have sold for had it been rented at market value. So low market rent or low rents, rents below market reduce the value of the property because you can't, because of rent control, increase them to market value. Additionally, below market units generally receive less updating than market rented units, as the economics do not suggest doing significant improvements for those, as well as longer-term tenants reduce the opportunity to update the units. Units are most often updated between tenants. So in short, rent control, while intended to be helpful, is one of many things that has significantly detrimental consequences despite its noble cause. A very small number of people benefit from them, but the market and young people in particular who are moving out for the first time on their own, and small mom and pop rental owners who actually own the majority of the rental properties suffer. In summary, rent control, while well-intentioned, is actually detrimental both to renters and landlords as well as the housing market overall, and is not the solution to high rent.